What is up, everyone? Thanks for visiting Outpost 23. Ryan Ray here. And today we're going to talk about Justice League versus the Fatal Five, which came out in 2019. This is an animated film that's on HBO Max right now. It will be going off, I think, March 31st. So if you're watching this and you have HBO Max, you need to go see it. It is a PG-13 film, so it has some language for those of you who aren't familiar with it. And to be honest with you, I wasn't familiar with it until I got on HBO and I saw the leaving soon tab, and I thought, okay, let's give this a shot. So this is essentially a story that is set in the year 3100, if I remember correctly. It's way in the future, and immediately we're transported back to the modern day Justice League that we know with Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, the normal cast and crew. And so you have villains that are transported back. Spoilers ahead. Spoilers ahead. So stop. Spoilers ahead. You have villains who are transported back to the film, to present day, and they take on our cast of heroes. I think this is rated a 6.5 out of 10 on IMDb. It only has 7,400 reviews, so it's not a wide audience that this has been seen by. So take that for what it's worth. And I enjoyed it. I don't know the villains. Again, I'll say this for all the comic book movies I watch. I don't know the source material, so I can't say if it's accurate to the source material or not, and I have no idea. I like that guy, though, Superman, so I like to watch the stuff that he's in. And what I appreciated about this iteration of the Justice League was that the futuristic characters, and I've got my notes around here somewhere, from the Fatal Five, Mano, or how you say his name, Thorak, and I don't remember the other guy's name. Come back to get two of the other members of their crew, and so they're able to wound Superman with a super nano refined axe, and so that's kind of how they dealt with the Superman problem. And when Superman's in the show, you have to have a way to deal with him. So they dealt with him fine. And the whole story is about going back to get the other two members of the Fatal Five, who we find out have been transported back in time to be held by the Green Lantern. So that's kind of the overarching thing that's going on. Obviously, the good guys win, the bad guys lose, yada, yada, yada. The real theme here is about Jessica Cruz, a.k.a. Limelight, and kind of her struggles going from a superhero who doesn't really believe in herself and trying to overcome that adversity where she ultimately becomes the one who is the main character who saves the day at the end. And watching that arc, I thought that was a nice job how they did that. And they did it through a couple ways. One, you got to have Batman, who is kind of the in the ground, and he's kind of dealing with Miss Martian, and you can kind of tell, well, he's probably not the most supportive person. Of course, you have Superman and Wonder Woman, and Superman, obviously, just imagine being a character in a world where Superman's around, right? A little bit intimidating. And then Wonder Woman is encouraging, but, probably not in the way that Jessica Cruz, aka Limelight, needed to get there. So Starboy, who comes from the future to the back to the present, he has lost his memory on some level because of a potion he takes. Again, source material, I don't understand it. It's a big word. I can't say it, even if I did understand it. So there's that. And his kind of struggling through this, trying to figure out, who is he? What is he? Cruz is drawn to him. And one of the things I think that really stands out about Starboy's role in this is he kept saying, I am a superhero, I am a superhero, I am a superhero, as if he believed it, but he needed them to believe it, which is internally what Cruz felt, that she was a superhero, and she needed to believe it, and she needed those around her to believe it. And so as the film progresses, that's kind of what's going on here. And it's a nice arc. It works out really well. That's really all the movie's about. I mean, okay, there's the good guys, the bad guys, there's the fighting, Mr. Terrific, all this stuff. But that's really the core, is that you watch Limelight go from someone who is scared, depressed, she's seeing a psychiatrist, to someone who is ready to conquer the world, to be the superhero that she is meant to be. And it takes another superhero from 3100 coming back in time, being discombobulated, not really having his wits about him, trying to understand who he is and have people believe in who he is. It's apparent to everyone that Starboy has powers because he uses them. So no one's doubting that he's a superhero, but because he's lost his memory and he's kind of shaken up because he didn't have his potion, he he needs people to acknowledge it. He needs people to say who he is. He needs people to kind of affirm him. And that's kind of what Cruz needed as well. She had the power, she had the tools, but she kind of needed to believe in herself and those around her to believe in her. And ultimately, they did. And that is how she is able to prevail. So the runtime's an hour and 17 minutes. Something you can sit down and watch, knock out in a night quite easily. And it's an easy watch, enjoyable watch. It's a 6.5 on IMDb. To me, 6.5 is probably about right. I think anything below 5 is really bad. 5 to 6 is 6 and above is kind of, you start getting grades of how good it is. So 6.5, I don't know if it's a 7 or not, but yeah, that's about right. It's a good film. It's an enjoyable film. It's and the plot is pretty easy, and again, they do well with the Superman problem. The only pushback I would say is that the main bad guy, Mano, he's beaten by Batman, and that, I don't know why we have to do that sometimes. It feels like, having Cruz defeat him would have been better, or Superman or someone else. He seems too powerful to get punched by Batman and to have a joint dislocated or whatever. Like, seems to be too powerful for that. But that's a small detail. Anyways, fantastic film. It's on HBO Max. It expires, I think, March 31st. So if you want to watch it for free and you have HBO Max, go ahead and get that done now. If you enjoyed this, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy it, give me 2 thumbs up and subscribe. We'll talk to you next time.